Hello everyone, today I'm reviewing a knife from the knife brand Malseco Knives. This is a new release, or rather not even a new release but a prototype that I have. This model is not yet available for sale on the manufacturer's website. There aren't any technical specifications available either. I took all the measurements myself. How accurate they are and what the official specs will be when the knife goes into production, I don't know. So let's put it this way. We'll review what we have right now based on the parameters I've measured. Here's the box. As I understand it, this is just a shipping box because when you open it, you see a more interesting one inside. All right, let's see what's included in the package. It comes with this kind of sheath. I don't think it's real leather, probably made of faux leather. I can't say for sure. Inside the package, you will find the knife itself, a soft cleaning cloth, a decorative sticker, a small packet of silica gel for moisture control, and an information sheet that provides important details about the product. Here I have another knife inside, which I've already opened, and this one comes with a paracord. And of course, the sheath itself. So here is the knife itself. This is what it looks like when it's closed, or rather, in the closed position. And this is how it looks when open. The shapes are simple, probably closer to classic ones, but the knife is very comfortable. And interesting, at least in my opinion. Let's go over the technical specifications. The overall length of the knife is 18.6 centimeters. When closed, from the tip of the front flipper to the end of the handle, it's 10.8. The blade length is 8 centimeters. I measured the spine at 2.9 millimeters. The weight is 103 grams, and the hardness is 59 to 60 on the Rockwell scale. I want to mention that I took all the measurements myself, since this is a prototype. It's not yet available on the manufacturer's website, so naturally there are no technical specifications listed or to be found. That's why I measured everything myself. As for the hardness, I just looked at similar models, well, other models with comparable materials. And for those, it's stated that the hardness of the steel they use is 59 to 60. When it comes out, we'll see what the official technical specifications are, but I don't think they'll be much different. And on the blade uses Sandvik 14C2A10 steel. There's a marking right here at the bottom on the choil. The blade has a PVD coating, hollow grinds, and there are no jimpings on the spine. There is a small jimping visible here, but it's more related to the front flipper. It doesn't affect the grip at all. The blade shape is closer to a spear point. The pivot uses a bearing. The pivot screw features the manufacturer's emblem. On the other side, there's a slot for a regular flathead screwdriver. There is also a milled groove on the blade. Maybe it has some other functions, but as I see it, it's there so you can open the knife from underneath like this. For example, if someone doesn't like the front flipper, I personally like the front flipper concept, but it's not always well executed, and sometimes it's very difficult and inconvenient to use. Here, however, there's good jimping, plus there's a small sort of groove, and the front flipper itself is positioned almost right in the middle.
The beginning of the handle. And you don't even need to flick it or help it in any way. Just press a little and it opens. The front flipper is very convenient. Well, if someone still doesn't like it, you can do it like this. The finger fits in there nicely and you can open it easily. The handle is made in a classic time-tested configuration. It features two sturdy steel liners, and you can probably see that there are several holes in them for weight reduction. There's also a backspacer, which has a cutout where there's also a pin for paracord in case someone wants to attach some kind of accessory or lanyard. Ugh, damn, I forgot what it's called. Yeah, there was an awkward silence because I forgot what it's called. Ah, a lanyard, if someone wants to attach a lanyard. Yeah, those moments happen. It's like a familiar, well-known word just slips your mind. So yes, there's a pin for a lanyard. The handle is assembled with 2 screws, one at the pivot and one at the end of the handle. On one side there's a Torx 8 here, and on the clip it's a Torx 6. The clip is not reversible. There's no milling or anything for the clip. The scales are made of Ultem. Honestly, I really liked them quite a bit. The color, the texture, and the tactile feel. And somehow it feels new to me, at least for me, since I've never had knives with these kinds of scales before. At the moment, I have 2 such knives. There's another knife from this same brand, like this one. There will be a review of it a bit later. It also has these kinds of scales. Before this, I only had the usual ones: titanium, G10, micarta. I like the scales. As for the grip, as I mentioned, first of all, there's a choil here. Let me try to show it like this. Right here, it mostly covers the beginning of the handle and a bit of the blade. Then there's a finger groove where the lock is. And after that, the rest of the handle is a simple, straightforward shape. So you can hold it like this. The handle almost fits completely in your hand, with just the pinky hanging off a bit, or you can grip it by the choil like this, which is even more comfortable. Plus, that's good for some delicate tasks. And since the choil mostly extends onto the handle, it doesn't eat into the blade. What can I say? The knife features a more classic and traditional shape, and overall it's a very convenient and easy to use front flipper. It's easy to open from below by the blade. Very convenient, actually. I like it more that way. I like the Ultem handle scales, especially with the PVD coating. In my opinion, it looks great. The action, probably thanks to the bearings again, is really nice. The build quality is also flawless. And judging by the price of other similar models, this is actually a really great budget option for an EDC knife. I can probably recommend it for sure. But again, that's if you really like the shape and the materials. For me personally, for example, Sandvik 14 C28N steel is quite good enough for most everyday tasks. And, well, I find the look interesting. Stay tuned. We're waiting for the manufacturer to release it, and there will probably be other reviews. And maybe some nuances will come up later on. But for now, thank you all. See you next time. Subscribe.